MP,
What's going
great
on,
to
man?
finally meet you.
Pleasure's all mine, man. Hey, I read the article about you in the pen down. You're one data-obsessed cat, man.
Well, you can never have too much data. I'm glad you came. Look, this Shep thing, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. We're gonna need to put in some work to make sure it doesn't have a negative impact on the start of your career.
Okay, yeah, so just like work hard, play well, make people forget Shep ever existed.
Yes and no. Let's say we put you in the starting lineup tomorrow and you stumble a little bit. Normally, no big deal. But 68% of our fans wanted Shep, and of that 68%, 95% have a highly unfavorable opinion of you.
Okay, so that's basically corporate speak for they hate my guts.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which means it becomes a story. Papers in this town are out for blood. I'm sure you saw the top take segment.
Oh, I did.
Okay, look, there's no reason to think that you're not going to take off right out of the gate. But any hiccup in your play, and we've got a distraction on our hands. It's bad for your growth, bad for team chemistry, and it makes Phil Boyer look bad. He stuck his neck out for you on draft night.
Okay, so what's the solution?
Glad you asked. We focus on the fan base, and we develop a strategy to win their affection.
Okay, it sounds like my playing time is based on what? If I can make the fans like me or not?
I know, it's ridiculous, but everything's connected.
Okay.
If we don't deal with this in a holistic manner, it could affect the bottom line. When the bottom line's affected, governors aren't happy. When the governors aren't happy, nobody's happy.
I just want to be a pillar in the community. So if we can make that happen as part of that, I'm in. I don't want to do a bunch of PR fluff, though.
Same page, 100%.
Okay.
And I've already talked to your team about all of this. Impressive group of people, by the way. And they're going to take the lead on it, but my door is always open.
Freddie, I really appreciate your transparency, man.
I'm just doing my job. Just doing my job. Believe me, it's an honor to work with someone as talented as you, MP. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can accomplish together.
You're here nice and early. Love to see it.
Just doing my job, Coach.
Humble and hardworking. Both qualities we'd like to see in a draft pick. But you already knew that. Let me show you the locker room.
Let's do it.
So obviously you've seen one of these before. Nothing too unusual. Your locker's over there.
The one with my name on it, right?
Quick study. We put the starter's name on the whiteboard over here before every game. Coach likes to keep things regular, but obviously injuries happen. People perform or they don't, so it'll change from time to time.
All right, well, hopefully it changes sooner rather than later.
You keep doing the right things, you'll be there sooner than you think.
Hey, that's the plan.
All right, hey, come on, let me show you my office. Come on in.
Cool.
Now, I know you're anxious to find out how you're going to fit into the rotation.
Coach, man, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't hyped, man. You got no idea.
Like I said, we wanted to see how you performed under pressure, so we put a lot of weight in your performance in the Summer League Championship.
Yeah, you were very clear about that.
Communication is super important in this organization, so I am glad to hear you say that. And I'm also glad to let you know that you'll be our 6th man to start the season.
6th man. Okay, can't be mad at that.
I thought you'd be a little higher in the joy scale than can't be mad at that.
Joy scale. Coach, you a life coach on the side? Getting a little pocket money there?
Yeah, I joke when I'm upset, too.
I'm not upset. It's just I haven't come off the bench since my freshman year in college. And before that, never, really.
I get that. But 6 man at this level is a big responsibility. People have long careers in that role, and you haven't even played a game yet.
I feel you, man. It's just I have high expectations for myself, and I'm not exactly at a 10 on the joy scale just yet.
I get it. 100%. Honestly, I'd be concerned if you didn't feel that way. You want to make it here, you got to have a hunger to be the best.
I mean, if you're not competing to be the best here, what are we doing?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
Exactly. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to get dressed, you know where your locker is, and once you're ready to head to the court, it's the tunnel across from the locker room. Any questions?
Ah, Coach, yeah, I'm ready. Let's get it.
See you out there.
Play Now Online is the OG mode of competitive 2K, and I personally love watching two players go head-to-head.
So when we saw the stats of the next Play Now Online guest, we were all so impressed, we just had to get them on the show.
And you'll probably pick up a tip or two along the way. Here is CT Hezzy. Our next guest is dominating the courts in Play Now Online.
Let's meet the visiting Team Denver Nuggets. At shooting guard, Contavious Caldwell-Pope. At power forward, Aaron Gordon. At the other forward position, Michael Porter Jr. At the other guard position, Jamal Murray. At center, Nikola Jokic. Head coach of the visiting team is Michael Malone. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Utah Jazz. The big man, standing 6'11", number 15, Damian Jones. Starting at power forward, standing 6'11", number 41, Kelly Olynyk. Starting at point guard, standing 6'2", number 2, Colin Sexton. At guard, at 6'4", number 00, Jordan Clarkson. At the other forward position, at 7, wearing number 23, Lauri Markkanen. The head coach of your home team, Ben, your Utah Jazz.
And it's our favorite day of the year at 2K Sports. At long last, it's time to roll the ball out there and get the new season of NBA basketball underway. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, B.A. Well, tonight the debut for the 18th overall pick in the draft, MP. The pick was contested, to say the least, as the boos rained down on the rookie. But MP is vowed to win the fans over, and that quest starts for him right now. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thank you. Well, the fans were a bit brutal when MP was selected, Grant.
You know, B.A., fans sometimes can get pretty emotional on draft night, but they took it to a whole nother level when MP was selected.
Now Denver's starting 5. Gordon is the 4 with the Joker in the middle. Murray and Caldwell-Pope are the backcourt pairing, and it's Porter in at the small forward position. And for Utah, Damian Jones is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Colin Sexton, and it's Markkanen in at the 3 slot.
And one word that always goes along with the Jazz, defense. They've been a top 10 defense in the league in 6 of the last 7 seasons.
And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. Sexton with it. Over Murray. Sexton, that's good. And with a defense like Utah's had, it's easy to see why. They've been a playoff regular.
Well, it's always a good idea to put a priority on getting stops. Now, it'll be interesting because they traded away their anchor on defense, Rudy Gobert. Can they live up to the standard they've set the last few seasons? Let's see if it can happen. Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Markkanen outside. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. The Nuggets on offense. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
I mean, every game against this team is so important. That's how it is in a divisional race.
This is definitely the first of many tonight. In these first games, You always try to set the tone and take that mental and psychological edge.
Now here's Jones. Back to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. The shot won't fall. Now Denver takes it the other way. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, as Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Marking it outside. Pass to Sexton. Here's Jones. The Jazz again can't hit.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Well, Grant, everyone is excited for this season opening contest. That includes the fans, but even more so the players.
Well, there's nothing like a season opening contest. Yeah, both teams would love to kick things off with a big win. So expect to see them giving their all on the floor here tonight.
Here's Markkanen. Following the score by Denver. Basket's good.
Some real toughness from Markkanen. Powers through the contact, then has the focus and touch to finish.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Jokic. Fires the 3. Here's Gordon. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Clarkson finds Markkanen. Hits the 3-pointer. Markkanen's got 5 now.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers. Aaron Gordon was one of the best scoring years of his career last year based on percentages. Still a very productive forward in this league.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And Utah calls time here. Man, the leadership Aaron Gordon brings is tremendous, Clark.
Yeah, it sure is, B. I mean, he's been around for a little bit, so he's got some seasoning. He's competed in the slam dunk contest. A lot of hype surrounded him as a younger player, and right now he's a veteran that's poised and mature and does a really good job of mentoring his younger teammates.
Look who it is, Jazz fans. Time for your Utah Jazz Jazz. Substitution on the court.
Utah trailing here. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Jay. Pass to Gay. Here's Abaji. Gay with the ball. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Denver ball.
For Denver, they've gone 6 of 7 and looking good. Jackson outside. Murray from outside. Connects from downtown.
I just love the ball movement.
The Jazz have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Tipped away. Brown with the steal. 58 seconds left in the opening quarter. Jackson, pass to Green. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Denver.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
You know, guys, he was selected all the way back in 2006. But Rudy Gay is still going. One of the final players from the draft class active in the league.
That one's off.
Boy, Rudy Gay is a multi-talented and gifted athlete. I mean, he's an excellent shooter, a versatile defender, and continues to play at a high level.
And he's good on the second. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Jackson outside. Pass to Brown. And here is Green. Jackson on the wing. He shoots it. Albaji with a rebound.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Now here's Brown. Defense right on him. Here's Murray. The shot, no good. That'll count. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Nuggets on top, up 9. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return.
And please, a big round of applause for you.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what you've seen from the Nuggets, what you take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. Caldwell Pope and Porter Jr., they're the 2 and the 3. Gordon is the 4 with the Joker in the middle. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Now here's Clarkson. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Fires it. And it's off the back of the rim, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Nikola Jokic again has won the league MVP, but he's not one to beat his own chest. He said, quote, "I never think about it. I didn't come here to be the MVP of the league. I always think that somebody's better than me, and I want to compete to beat them. Just by that mentality alone, I'm the underdog every time." Brian?
Well, it's working for him, Allie. Thanks. Sexton with it, and Jokic picks him up defensively. Yep, that one goes. Sexton's gotten his second bucket.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensive.
Now here's Jackson. Inside. Here's Jokic. Jones with some nice D.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Well, when we talk home court advantage, you think the Nuggets have the best in the NBA?
I think so, B.A., and it has to do with geography. Denver is at altitude, and that's hard on your body, trust me, I know. And they're isolated from the rest of the league, so it always is a long trip out there as well.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Caldwell Pope from deep. Rebound by Olynyk.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Clarkson passes to Jones. Now Markkanen. Olynyk up top. Now here's Clarkson. Markkanen from long range. The rebound by Jackson. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. From outside the arc. Oh, Denver gets it back. And here's Porter outside. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to go.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Markkanen outside. Offline with a 3. Denver in the lead.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Jokic.
2 minutes.
Clarkson with the defensive effort.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Jackson finds some space. No good. A bit long that time.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
Blocked.
Caldwell Pope showing us excellent timing there, using his length well on defense.
And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
No good on that one. Well, the past few seasons, the Jazz have become serious playoff contenders.
You know, BA, with high expectations, they haven't reached their goal. Now, this franchise definitely has their sights set on the ultimate prize, their first championship.
So Utah ends up going with a new group, and a new group getting ready for the Nuggets. Bryant, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Najee comes in for Gordon. Brown, he's checked in for Porter Jr. And Murray subbed in for Caldwell Pope. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Gordon Tucker on the wing. Pass to Gay. The putback. And it's Denver with a rebound. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Brown. And again, Denver no good. Utah has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Here's Abaji. Pass to Horton Tucker. Oh, trying his luck from deep. No good on the shot. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Jackson. Rebounded by Gay. Gay's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Jay. To the middle. Here's Abaji. Defended by Jackson. Down low. Puts it up from 12. The Jazz again can't hit. Denver's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Abaji with a rebound. Here's Jay. Soft touch off the glass.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Nuggets ahead, up by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
They've got Kelly Olynyk. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Colin Sexton. Then there's Damian Jones. And it's Markkanen in at the 3. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. Both teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or a size advantage over your defender?
Well, BA, it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you went against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you.
Outside Porter. Hits the trifecta. And now an 8-point Nugget lead.
You know, I think this is a shot Porter Jr. has to continue to knock down because, after all, he's out there to stretch the floor, so he's got to cash in from there.
Now here's Clarkson. Right side Olynyk. Up and over Gordon. And again, it's Utah. The Nuggets have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter.
And guys, over the last several years, Denver's been top 10 in offensive rating. Now, they played a slower pace, but made the most of their possessions.
2 points. That one goes. Caldwell Pope's got 6.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Clarkson outside. Murray against Sexton. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Up and over Gordon. And there's Clarkson. That one's good. On the assist from Olynyk. Boy, this Denver team, great offensively over the last couple of seasons. How so?
Well, BA, they execute in the half courts. It's pretty simple. I mean, so difficult to do against NBA defenses. Now, normally they have multiple ball handlers on the floor, guys who can make quick decisions.
And it's Kelly Olynyk with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Dunn, he's checked in for Jones.
Coming up the floor for the Jazz, Chris Dunn.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Porter from the arc. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Now here's Sexton. Dunn right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's guarded by Markkanen. To the paint. Shot is good by Gordon. And now it's an 11-point Nugget lead.
This has been the reoccurring theme of the second half. Inconsistency getting stops.
Dunn outside. Markkanen against Gordon. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Markkanen's got 10 points in the game.
Well, they had a rough stretch shooting in the first half. I mean, they've seemingly made the changes they've needed to make to improve that shooting percentage.
Now here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Rebounded by the Jazz. 1:10 left in the third quarter.
Jamal Murray suffered a terrible knee injury back in April of 2021, tearing his ACL late during that season and missing over a year of basketball as a result.
Here's Sexton. Shoots from the elbow. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Caldwell Pope. Defended by Dunn. Sexton against Jokic. And he banks in the layup. Jokic has gotten his second bucket on the night.
It's obvious they've taken fewer threes here in the second half and are focused on having a more balanced offensive attack.
Outside Sexton. Pass to Dunn. Uses the glass on the layup.
And Dunn is spectacular on the drive, seeking contact and getting it. Even more impressive that he makes these shots, too.
Outside Murray. Now Jokic, guarded by Olynyk. Dunn outside. Over Murray. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Denver with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. We'll be right back with you shortly. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So it's Utah now. They trail by 9. Next up, they'll face the Timberwolves in Minnesota. That's the first of a 3-game trip out on the road for them. On the court for the Nuggets, Murray and Caldwell Pope are the backcourt pairing. Thomas Bryant out there with Zeke Naji, and it's Brown in a small forward.
Gay has made a great transformation over the years from a traditional wing to somebody who scores all over the court, including inside.
Here's Caldwell Pope. One's good.
And offensively, it appears they've hit their stride.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
Murray for 3. Not going to go that time. Now the Jazz take it the other way.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Denver in the lead. It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Caldwell Pope. To the inside. Murray, shot is good.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find the shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
Here's Jay, defended by Murray. Here's Gay. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Green's checked in for the Nuggets. Outside, Brown. Back to Murray. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Brown inside. Markkanen's there. Bryant. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
Now here's Gay. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gay's got 7 points for the quarter.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Brown passes to Bryant. Pass to Murray. Just 5 on the clock from about 19. Rebound, Utah. Jones has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? So far, that's not been the case.
And there it is for him. Now just a 4-point Denver lead.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
Outside Murray. Back to Brown. Pass to Green. To the left wing. Murray for 3. The Nuggets with another miss. The Jazz have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Here's Horton Tucker. Gay outside. Here's Jay. Green covering. Inside. Count it. And the foul. It's going to be on Thomas Bryant.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now.
Olenek's checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Horton Tucker. And the free throw, no good. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Down low. Here's Gordon. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Good to see Gordon coming through with the big basket. I mean, he's no stranger to these high-intensity moments.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. They trail by 4. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter here. All right, time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game, Aaron Gordon.
Offensively, his focus was lasered up. I mean, whatever scheme the defense was working, he found a way to work through it, locating quality shots whenever he got his hands on the ball.
To the paint. Tipped. To the wing, right side. Pass to Jones. Clarkson outside. Launches it. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Murray passes to Jokic. Puts it up from 17. And right on target. That was good. And now a 6-point Nugget lead.
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Olenek against Gordon. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
So wide open there. He said, why not? But that's like a warm-up shot for him.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. And so they foul intentionally.
Jordan Watson. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Murray. Here's Jokic. That shot off. Jones with some nice D. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
Yes! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
I mean, look at his face. Jokic knows he can do this. It's just a matter of execution.
And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And Utah calls time here. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. To the middle. He connects! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Jamal Murray taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2.
Jamal Murray is about as consistent as he gets from the free throw line. He is not the guy you'd like to foul in this situation.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. Here's Jay. Pass to Clarkson. From deep three-point range. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that'll do it for this inaugural game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is...
Hey, everyone.
Tough loss tonight, MP. I'm sure that's not how you wanted to start your NBA career.
Nope, John. It's definitely not.
What gives you confidence that your next game will end on a more positive note?
The work I put in. I take my craft seriously, and I maximize my efforts each and every day. So if the results aren't there, that's unfortunate, but I always make sure I put myself in the best possible position to succeed. The results will come.
So your preparation gives you confidence. Makes perfect sense. Wishing you luck in your next one.
Appreciate it, John.
There were a lot of media outlets in the preseason that made a big deal about the fan base's so-called negative reaction to you on draft day. But I did see quite a few people in the stands supporting you. Could you speak a little bit about that?
Community. Community is everything to me, so it's very important for me to have the fans on my side. You know, with that being said, it's only up to me to give them reason to cheer, to smile, to have something to look forward to. You know, and with the season only just starting, you know, I'm not surprised if they're not fully on board yet.
Okay, but is it fair to you to have to prove yourself like that? Is there any part of you that wishes you were perhaps given the benefit of the doubt?
I mean, is it fair? I don't know. John, life ain't fair. You know, my parents used to always tell me that when I felt bad for myself.
Wise words.
Truly. You know, but as far as, you know, getting the benefit of the doubt goes, I'm more comfortable being in a position where I got to prove myself. Always have, always will. You know, that's just a natural part of sports. You know, first you got to prove yourself to your teammates that you can be trusted to deliver. Then, if you do that and get results, the fans will follow. So I'm not really worried about it.
Cool as a cucumber. I'm sure the fans will love that quote, MP.
Yeah, man.
Hey, thanks for your time.
Anytime, brother. Seems like we're done here, huh? All right. See you guys later.
Okay, I will let him know.
What up, Rick? You good?
Hey, yeah, just got off the phone with Othello Akpem's assistant, and, the big boss man wants to see you.
What about? I mean, he's not one of those super hands-on GMs, is he?
Nah, I mean, that's not really his reputation.
So...
Honestly, I don't know what this is about, man. I mean, I tried to press his assistant for some more info, but all he told me was that Coach Graves will be there, too.
Okay. Something about this feels off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
You got any advice?
Go in there with an open mind. See what they want to talk about and come back here and we'll talk about it.
All right. Bet.
MP, come on in, take a seat.
What's up, MP?
Coach Graves, Mr. Akpem.
What'd I tell you about that? Othello, please.
All right, man, my bad. You got it.
So, about Shep.
Boy, you too.
Now just listen. We knew the PR hit we'd take for picking you over him. But that's all just outside noise. Inside these walls, all we care about is ball.
All right, well, I'm willing to put in the work. On and off the court. So whatever it takes. I actually spoke to Freddie Novak.
You talked to Freddie?
Did I do something wrong by talking to Freddie?
Freddie's a nice guy. I like him. But all this stuff about controlling your own narrative, you're a ball player, not a politician.
We put together a very specific game plan for you. You hit these goals, you're in the starting lineup. Simple as that.
Okay, Freddie made it seem like I had to do a bunch of PR stuff just to get my shot with the Stars.
That's flat out wrong. This Shep stuff has nothing, I repeat, nothing to do with your playing time. I want you to focus on your craft, not this PR stuff. Am I clear?
Crystal clear.
Good. I don't need to keep you. But if you ever want to talk, or if Freddie gives you a hard time, whatever, my door is always open.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Akpem.
Othello. Don't mention it. Thank me by putting in the work.
See you, Coach.
Sounds good, Jerry. Yeah. Yeah, I'll link up with you later, man. All right, have a great one.
Yo, you want me to come back?
No, you good, you good.
You sure?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk with you about your meeting with Othello.
To be honest with you, man, I'm a little confused.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
Yeah. So you know something?
Man, I'm all over it.
So what's your take on it then, man? And one ear I got Freddie tell me one thing, and the other I have Othello basically forbidding me to talking to Freddie.
Oh, well, he forbid you?
Well, not exactly, but he's not happy that I'm talking to him. I mean, the thing is, you know, winning over the fans, I'm all for. It is my thing. It's a great idea. It's well-researched. But, Rick, man, if it's me stepping on people's toes, I'm not for it. Like, I don't want to make the coaching staff angry.
That's not going to happen, all right?
So what's the plan, man?
Well, first of all, relax. All right, everything's fine, man. It's just a little palace intrigue. That's all.
Palace intrigue? All right, sure.
Look, your president of basketball ops, Phil Boyer, he's feeling the heat right now. He underestimated the PR hit that he would take by drafting you while Shep is still on the board. And optics, for better or worse, are very important for a man in his position.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a career to consider, so I get it.
Okay, so if you take this whole thing seriously, it'll do a great deal of getting you ahead.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm down for whatever. Just say the word.
All right, that's good, that's good. But meanwhile, you still got Othello Akpem thinking that Freddie's some existential threat.
A threat?
Yeah.
Yo, bro, what is he, like, angling for his job? Dude is in marketing, man.
I don't know. Stranger things have happened, man.
Wow. I don't know. Dude seemed pretty straightforward to me.
I mean, that was my read, too, but, I mean, that don't mean Othello's not worried. Look, the way he sees it, Phil's legacy is tied to you, which means that Freddie's got his ear because you come with a lot of media baggage.
Okay, again, that part makes sense.
Okay, plus you got the whole data-driven angle. You got to remember, Othello's old school, like a real scouts and chalkboards type. Thinks that anybody with a computer's trying to push him out the league.
Right.
All right, so all I'm saying is you just gotta walk a real fine line here, man. I mean, goes without saying, you have to perform.
Yo, the funny thing is, that does not seem to be the focus right now at all.
Like, I mean, you want the money, right?
Hey.
Then this all comes with it.
Hey, I ain't complaining. I just take the money, man.
Look, all this means is that we gotta be delicate, all right? So instead of launching this, full-on PR blitz, probably on the lines of what Freddie would want, let's dip our toes in this whole plan to win over the fans.
I think I know what you're saying. You want to slow play.
Slow play it, exactly.
All right.
It's not like we won't do nothing. We'll just ease into it. Keep Othello and Freddie happy, which keeps Phil happy.
Okay.
Which makes us one big, happy, slightly dysfunctional family.
Okay. It's all making sense now. So when we start, man.
Well, Mila and Ashley are running point on this, so I'm sure they'll hit you up when they got something to say.
Yo, let them know whenever, wherever, it don't matter. I'm there. I'm your guy. Let's get it.
Okay, I get it. Look, in the meantime, you just focus on ball, all right? Hit the goals that Othello and Coach G gave you, win some games maybe, and we're going to be golden.
Win some games?
I'm just saying.
Hey, that ain't no issue.
Yeah, I ain't think it was going to be.
All right, then.
All right, get out there, man.
Pray for salvation.
Phoenix Suns.
And of course, OGs know that online head-to-head was really where the competitive space started. So what do you like specifically about competing in online head-to-head with these different various teams?
It's just fun when I get to compete, you know, against another live person, obviously. And I like the main reason I've always played, you know, head-to-head play now online is just, you know, the realism it brings, you know, the aspect of them actually playing like the
And at this point of the season, Greg, many coaches still are maneuvering their lineups, trying to find the right formula.
Especially the younger teams. There's no real established pecking order, and guys can be wildly inconsistent from night to night.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Colin Sexton is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Markkanen. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Jones in at the 5 down low. Drains it from beyond the arc.
From distance, Markkanen with the picture-perfect mechanics and the height to almost always get a clean look.
Back to Edwards. To the paint. And stolen by Sexton. And now Utah, fast break. Markkanen's got the ball. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
You hate to lose it at the line, especially when you're getting what you want in other areas of the game.
And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid defensive effort at both the 3 and the 4.
And, Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but give him credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team.
Free throw, no good for Markkanen.
Anytime you watch the Jazz, you have to think back to those great Utah teams of the 80s and 90s. They easily could have won a few rings.
And his competitiveness showing through, that's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
A shot by Clarkson, no good. Maybe even more than a few. And Smitty, it seems hard to believe those Jazz didn't win a title or two.
Kevin, well, if it wasn't for a player named Michael Jordan, they probably would have. Those Stockton, Malone Jazz teams ran into Jordan twice in the finals when he was at the peak of his career.
And here is Olynyk after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. And Olynyk kicks to Clarkson. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, it's good from long range.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here's Conley. Last time out he had 13 points. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Just a solid contributor. Mike Conley has continued to age, and he looks far from done.
Yeah, he's terrific, especially at setting the pace and orchestrating an offense. Also solid at realizing how to get his teammates involved. A selfless distributor who looks to make his guys better.
The first free throw is good.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. For Mike Conley, year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
Now, here's Clarkson. And he goes in for the dunk.
And sometimes we forget about Clarkson's vertical. He's more than happy to remind us on those throwdowns.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. That shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled. But in the end, they had an opportunity to win it.
It was just an off game for them, to say the least. But to almost pull it out was impressive in its own right.
Timberwolves trail by 5. McDaniels kicks to Conley. Back to McDaniel. And Jones sends it back. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Minnesota making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. And the Jazz making a change here. Here's Noel. Abaji pulls it in.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And that one's good by Gay.
Yes, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Here's Noel. Puts it up from 12. The tray. The rebound by the Jazz. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team. And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Oh, here's Edwards. This game he had 28 points. To the middle, shot to stop the run. Reid misses.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Some changes for Minnesota. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Edwards. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Alexander-Walker to the wing right side. Pass to Noel. 5 on the clock. Here's the 3. Another miss by Minnesota. Here's Jay. Gay passes to Horton Tucker. Here's Fontecchio. Good D by Anderson. And so it's Utah holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
They've got Gobert. Kyle Anderson is out there with Reid. And it's Conley, and it's Alexander-Walker in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And the Jazz with possession here. Following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. Jay, the pass to Markkanen. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth. And it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it they've kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sports.
Love the enthusiasm from Horton Tucker. Saw the opening and went for it.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Now the pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Anderson. Pass to Alexander Walker. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Jazz take it the other way. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Horton Tucker, the pass to Jay. Fontecchio, defended by Anderson. Here's Markkanen, and Utah again with the bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Passes to Alexander Walker. Now here's Gobert, defended by Jones. And Jones sends it back. Here's Jay, defended by Gobert, to the left wing, to the inside. Here's Markkanen, up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Well, it's tough to score when you're getting stuffed on every attempt. Great job getting the hands up so far, making life difficult on shooters.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Anderson. On defense, Utah. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now Towns. Timberwolves passing it around. Conley's shot is off. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Towns trying to get open. Conley's shot is off.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And there's the pass to Clarkson. Now here's Sexton. Lets it go from 14. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
A dangerous score from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Conley against Dunn. Conley kicks to Edwards. 5 to shoot. Towns wide open. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Towns has got his first 3 points of the game. 1:15 left to play here in the second quarter. Dunn passes to Sexton. Edwards against Clarkson. Jones trying to get open. The shot by Clarkson, no good. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 16. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
First one falls for him.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. McDaniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. And so he makes both from the line.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Abaji the pass to Gay. Outside, Sexton. Clarkson on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Missed it, shooting 50% at 3 for 6. Timberwolves trail by 14. McDaniels in the post. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of the game. And that one's good. Towns has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Sexton the pass to Clarkson. Over Edwards. They get it again. Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you got him on the ropes, Greg just keeps swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
And so it's Utah, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
So on the floor for Utah, Olynyk is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Jones in at the 5 spot.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Clarkson outside. Passes it to Jones. Outside, Markkanen. Clarkson on the wing. Again, the Jazz score.
This is what they like about Markkanen. He will make the next pass when the defense overplays him.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you can tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Now Clarkson, after the missed three from Karl Anthony Towns.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
McDaniels gets to Conley. McDaniels dishes to Gobert. Edwards looking it over, and there's the call on Jones. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Towns.
about what's going on. At least know what's going on. Let me see everything. So answer questions however y'all want to do it. Just let me know what's going on. Hey, Simone will beat you with that. Yeah. They got this shit. Hey, some shit. Saying, let me know what's going on, so I know what's What happened? Yo, this one going to the Shmoon. Yo, Lucci, that one going to the Shmoon. If they ain't hear the tune, I'ma do it over. But I'm saying I wasn't really posted. I was going through some shit, trying to drop this mixtape, trying to get ready for this shit. But guess what? I think it's ready, so we're gonna start dropping songs on the nigga head top. We gonna start dropping songs in the head top. On the head top. We still number one. Still number one best new song. We still number one best new song right now. Checking if we still best news. Hold it down a little bit. Try to take us out. I guess in a new song. Alright. That's all great. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what we looking at. We looking at best new song. We looking to check it out. My man. Gotta tap in. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. My man, he going viral. That shit all in the motherfucking Puerto Rico. His shit Puerto Rico. His shit viral. His shit don't worry. What you said? Who got... Damn. They said they was going viral on somebody. Nigga tweet. I'm just fucking with y'all like how I really do. That's how I regular do. I'm just fucking with y'all. Yo, why they keep saying something? They keep telling me about this nigga, man. I ain't asking about nobody. I ain't even asking about nobody. Let's see. We'll play some more shit off the table. We just gonna play some more shit off the table. I just gotta go. I probably gotta get your hot sauce. I ain't asked about that. Right, Lucci? You wanna hear that? I see a whole bunch of new motherfuckers in here. You wanna hear that thing? You wanna hear that thing? You got that ta-ta? You got that ta-ta? Alright, play that ta-ta. You gotta take your own Bluetooth. Play that ta-ta. It's me and ta-ta. Shout out for one out for ta-ta. That's one of those. I like ta-ta.
Power on. Tell us to come to a birthday party, guys.
What is that?
Coming out the pool. We're not leaving that Stafford.
Everybody gonna come. Come Lucci. Come on, I see you with that new shit, nigga. I like that new shit, nigga. That's my shit. Yo, Swizzy, check this one. I watched it. Play that one. It's my nigga Tata. Swizzy, that's big bro. Yo. Swizz Beats told me to take a shit that's like that you could never pay for, that's memorable. You get me? Memorable shit. Tata shit. nice body and some tips. I roll it out, put him in the wind. If he catch a hit, I pay the nigga rent. Don't go to that. Play the hot sauce. Play the hot sauce back. 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 That's too crazy. Yeah. Yo, some new shit gonna come. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. There you go. And I heard one of them. Call a nigga name. This for the niggas that ain't hear this shit. Record this shit and post this shit. Nigga. Bitch ass.